When I was a young Christian, our youth group had this song, "We are Christ's ambassadors," except they usually sung it more on tune than I possibly can. But it was taken from 2 Corinthians 5:20, which says, "We are ambassadors for Christ, as though God were making an appeal through us." But the passage goes on to say, "We beg you on behalf of Christ, be reconciled to God." So who's the we? Actually, in all the preceding chapters, it was Paul and his colleagues, with maybe one exception. Whom is Paul beseeching to be reconciled to God? Well, he goes on to beseech the Corinthians to be reconciled to God. He says, God is the one who reconciled us to himself through Christ and gave us the ministry of reconciliation. And then he says, now we're begging you to be reconciled to God. And he goes on to tell the Corinthians in 2 Corinthians 6:1, we urge you not to receive the grace of God in vain. So, yes, they've already received Christ, but now he's beseeching them again as an ambassador for Christ. So, actually, it wasn't talking about the Corinthians being ambassadors for Christ. It's talking about Paul and his colleagues, that just as Christ became a representative of sin before God on our behalf, Paul is saying, we become representatives of his righteousness to you, calling you to be reconciled to God. Now, is it applicable to us? Well, it can be, if, like Paul and his colleagues, we are urging people to be reconciled to God.